Good morning. It is currently 8:34 a.m. on the checkout day of what has been a well extended vacation, definitely way too much time. But I'm grateful I started the journey of something I can take away from this time away from my normal life and be enhanced when I get back with a more clearer direction. I am realizing how hard this is. And at the same time, I'm also realizing, as Alex would say, this is what hard is supposed to feel like, and thus I need to work through it, gradually sit with the bad days, with the days that I'm not so proud of, like what did I get done, just the days that I don't feel proud of anything that was done, and say, okay, how do I refine that? How do I lock myself in a particular task and get through it? Like I'm about to do, sit down. My wife suggested doing a 90-minute session before breakfast, and that's exactly what we're about to do at this desk now. So, as I have been here trying to get into the routine of sitting down and starting the day with some meaningful work, I am also trying meaningful wife as well. And I started to learn about some tools that can help me scale up my marketing. And then I'm also watching this particular video that Alex did where he was talking about the context of the message that you're trying to share, or we are, which is that you must lead with proof, that the proof is the pudding. And once you have the proof and the context of who you are, the message becomes easier to share. So it's like, being a dentist with nice teeth or having such amazing teeth that people are like, who's your dentist? And you're like, I'm the dentist, which is kind of weird. You can't perform on yourself. But the point is that you live the life authentically and you have stacked enough proof that it is evident why people would seek your service. So yeah, she said if you don't have hair, which my wife has amazingly long and gorgeous hair, so you could do something in that department, whereas I could not. So that is some lessons that I'm taking away as we head to breakfast. That's a song? Oh. So, as I was telling my wife about how Alex scaled up as someone who went to the gym and then started selling gym memberships at LA Fitness, and then moved up to owning his own gym, and then owning multiple gyms, and then running ads, Facebook ads for his gym to get a flood of customers and memberships that other gym owners were asking, hey, how'd you do that? And then he started to do gym turnarounds for them where he would fly out and kind of do a promotion to get their gym launched. And then he couldn't meet all of the demand. So he's like, what if I guided you over the phone and charged you in a different way? I'm like, okay. And then that worked, and that's what became his mega success. And then he sold that for 40 something, close to $50 million. So humble beginnings can take you to places that you cannot yet fathom, like breakfast. The elevator's taking forever, and then the wifey starts doing some wifey things.
You have to keep your husband entertained.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. One eternity later. As I was telling my wife that I may want to get a better camera to do this, I realized that I don't have to. And I realized that is a excuse, or that is a reason why to delay, why to justify that, hey, I don't have the best somethings. Bro, just think about how Mr. Beast began, or how Alex began making videos with his webcam inside of his closet. I have an iPhone Pro Max 17 or something, the orange one, which is better than most creators have started with. And so it's a matter of just doing the work instead of saying how things could be better. I think more than any improvement in equipment or software or this and that, we already know a lot of what we should be doing and not doing that, the boring stuff, which by the way, I changed my phone's wallpaper to something that is a picture of Alex and one of his iconic quotes that you can see right here. One of the various pools here at this resort that we did not enter or dip our toes into, it actually has some unique features, such as I think a hot spring type of bubbling effect and hot rushing water to make it feel like a waterfall. It would have been a great experience, which we can still experience. But again, overall, did not feel like I deserved this trip. So I just wanted to but that was a bad combination of trying to think about work while on vacation and then there's another pool we didn't enter over there. Thank you so much. We don't judge. So during breakfast, my wife said something very inspirational, which is she secretly hopes that I am a secret what?
Billionaire.
Billionaire, not millionaire, billionaire. And then
And someday he will be like, oh honey, I was just testing you.
Yeah,
You are
testing
my
her.
true love. Now
Testing-
take this money and
Yeah.
You do like-
Testing her loyalty. But then I said, in a way that you could marry someone who will become quite wealthy. And in that way, you just same effect, just they earned it with you. And that becomes more of a journey, which I think is what men like. myself and entrepreneurs and Alex and so many others want is to build an empire with someone. Honey, yes. So I was, that was pretty cool. I was telling her that the way that Alex and Layla met when they did, Alex didn't have much going for himself other than the 4 gyms, but they faced a lot of 4 gyms.
Excuse me, Alex. Be like,
4 gyms.
What did he
How many gyms did you have at age 26? Didn't even go to the gym. But yeah, they built their empires together. Layla was like 30 pounds overweight. And also I think she had been in jail several times. Alex, I think later on had a DUI. They lost everything multiple times. Alex, I think, moved in with Layla and her parents. He even said like for her to leave because she may not want to go through the struggles with him. And she said, do you know what she said? That she would sleep under a bridge with him if it came down to that. And so that's the kind of story that I think every man wants. The Cinderella story is the kind of, fantasy that every girl dreams about. And so trying to find a girl that is a Cinderella and bring her to reality and then take her to the fantasy is, I think, the mission of every entrepreneur like myself that is trying to build an empire with his queen by his side. All right, so we're getting some final snacks before we head to the airport. It's currently 1:37 p.m. and discovering some of these cool sit out and dine places that we did not explore. And now, as we've already checked out, we're getting to see some of the cool places that we could have spent more time. Smoked salmon. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to remember what I eat, but a client will remember that I took the effort to make a video in this beautiful scenery. So let me do that. That is cool. You're still on vacation.
There's pain in the process, but there's pleasure in the payoff.
There's pain in the process, but there's pleasure in the payoff. One principle that Alex mentions is doing research with the people you hope to do business with prior to communicating with them. And so you have some context and can drop some elements that show that you have done the groundwork to pay the respects of getting to know who they are. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I watched an interview that was done by someone that I hope to do something with, exchange value in some form. And I got a quote that he lives by. And so now I'm about to make a video to him, sharing with him how that quote applies to me and how I look forward to using that quote. And there you go. These little efforts make, which is actually a part of Alex's 100 outreaches a day, makes a huge impact in the pipeline of us getting not just leads and conversions and an engaged audience, but friends and partners and people we can not just do business with, but also life with. Let's jollo. You go see the fishies? Okay, let me show you the fishies. You keep your eyes open for the fishies. She literally missed these on our... Oh my God, what happened? What happened? Did it sting you or something? Did it propose? Wow. By the way, our Grab is probably here. So my wife is handling the luggage, baggage stuff, and also getting into our Grab as she wanted me to make videos, which I really appreciate. Oh my God, there was such a cool entrance, that dome thing. There's so much that we missed out on, including feeding these colorful fishes and so much other adventures. But I think what I gained out of this whole several little hopping around from Bangkok to Bali and then this other resort is this challenge, which I'm even more excited about than ever before. Yes, quite nervous and feeling overwhelmed that there is so much to manage, but getting better at this storytelling thing, trying to get better at the actual focus part that Alex would be proud of, and that is, his kind of MO. But you got to start somewhere. And as opposed to waiting for when you feel ready in all the ways, I'm starting for where I am in the mess of travels and things. And for that, I'm proud that I've been showing up every day and trying to capture, oh my gosh, honey, look at that. Capture the tale of getting better and better. There's so much that we miss out on. A lot more adventure ahead today as we're going to be heading to 3 airports here in Bali and then Bangkok and then in Bangladesh. So looking forward to sharing a lot more and seeing what I can get done or learn or implement as I get back to home base, where I can really dive into all of Alex's philosophies and advice to become, oh my gosh.
Can I help you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's my own technique. Okay, there it is. And then there it is. And then right here, just jiggle that out. Okay, there it is. Thank you so much. Okay, that's how you solo travel.
Solo? You're traveling with your wife, honey.
Okay, I mean, that's how you prevent your wife from having to carry some stuff. So grateful.
Can see your eyes.
So grateful to be leaving. And yeah, that was the best part of this whole trip, is heading back home. Again, when I started making vlogs, my wife said, give me 2 of the luggages, as much as I did not want to do that here.
at the airport, she understands the importance of this journey and this work. And so I'm deeply grateful to have my own little Layla, but a lot more customized to me and my journey, and looking forward to becoming all that we can be together. She's taken a huge leap of faith with me, and we'll dive into deeper elements of her story and the courage that she took on to marry me when there wasn't much in place. We got married in the same restaurant that we met at on our first date with no other family members even knowing about it. So a lot more of that later on as we make something out of our story. So this is why it's so important to capture this, because then you'll know where we came from and the journey it took to get to our own levels of Alex and Layla. We're currently at Bangkok airport, where I am going through a chilling fever that started actually at the Bali airport that just began to progress. And as you can see, not only have I used multiple blankets on the 4-hour flight, but also I took the blankets and the pillow with me for this 3-hour layover in Bangkok, trying to get something warm as I'm uploading one of the vlogs. So when I safely make it to the flight, it makes me wonder what Alex would do in this situation. I'll leave you with this quote that says, "A unhealthy man wants one thing. My temperature is both chilly and burning." Burning. I feel like heat is hard to tell if I'm hot or cold. This is the most sick I've ever been while traveling. Even when I broke my legs and I was traveling from Vegas to Florida, I wasn't feeling as bad as I'm doing right now. It is currently 2:16 a.m. and we just arrived back in our homeland after what was one of the most exhausting, painful, chilly, disorienting, for both of us. We were both going through some individual, I was going through fever and we were going through cramps, and it's just a lot. But we made it. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this, it was from the massage that we decided to get at Bangkok airport.
For the bed.
Yeah, we just got to lay down for an hour. But the reason I wanted to open this up as we are waiting for our luggage is to just say I'm extremely grateful.
To have a wife like me.
Yeah, to have a wife like you. And genuinely, she carried me. I felt so bad, but so grateful at the same time. And then also so grateful that I can recover from this and start working on bigger areas of life while having the day-to-day appreciation. You never
Be
really...
at home.
Yeah, and already getting invited to other countries, and I haven't even gotten home yet. So as we pursue this challenge of following Alex's advice, there's also a deep element of gratitude that I want to bring into that mix, because that is my philosophy, and it's those kinds of sufferings that make you realize how good normal life is. And it's with that, I will catch you on the next vlog, as we need to...
On our normal life.
On a normal life, which you have not seen yet. So I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned for the next adventure on this journey of growth. Peace.